The Fox and the Enchanted Forest. Once upon a time, there was a young fox named Flick who lived in a small den with his mother. Flick was curious and adventurous, always wanting to explore new places and meet new friends. One day, he decided to venture into the forest that lay beyond his home. He had heard stories from his mother about the forest, how it was full of magic and mystery, and how he should never go there alone. He told his mother that he was going out to play, but he lied about where he was going. He ran out of the den and headed towards the forest. He was not afraid of the forest. He thought it looked beautiful and inviting, with its tall trees and colorful flowers. He wanted to see what was inside. He entered the forest and started to explore. He saw many different plants and animals, some familiar and some strange. He smelled the fresh air and felt the warm sun on his fur. He felt happy and free. As he wandered deeper into the forest, he noticed that things started to change. The trees became taller and darker, the flowers became brighter and more fragrant, the animals became quieter and more shy. He felt a strange sensation in his body, as if he was being watched by someone or something. He looked around and saw that he was in a clearing surrounded by huge trees. In the middle of the clearing, there was a large pond with clear water. On the other side of the pond, there was a cave with a sign that said, "Do not enter." He felt a sudden urge to cross the pond and enter the cave. He didn't know why, but he felt drawn to it. He decided to ignore his mother's warning and follow his curiosity. He jumped into the pond and swam across it. He reached the other side and climbed out of the water. He shook his fur dry and approached the cave. He entered the cave and walked into the darkness. He couldn't see anything at first, but then he saw a faint light coming from deeper inside. He followed the light until he reached a large chamber with a high ceiling. In the center of the chamber, there was a pedestal with a glowing crystal on top of it. He ran towards the crystal and touched it with his paw. As soon as he did, he heard a loud voice echoing in his head. The voice belonged to the guardian of the forest, a powerful being who protected the forest from intruders. The guardian was angry that Flick had trespassed into his domain. He told Flick that he had broken the rules of the forest, and that he would be turned into a stone statue for eternity. Flick was terrified and begged for mercy, but it was too late. The crystal started to glow brighter and brighter, until it was blinding. Flick felt a sharp pain in his body, as if he was being squeezed by a giant hand. He tried to move, but he couldn't. He tried to scream, but he couldn't. He was turning into stone. No one heard him. No one came to his rescue. He was alone in a cave, with the crystal and the voice. He was trapped in the enchanted forest, forever.